Joining me now from Washington, D.C. is Alex Stapleton, a senior climate policy advisor at the advocacy organization Foreign Policy for America. Thank you so much for being with us on the program. Now, Guterres has given the most serious warning yet, but will that be enough, along with these extreme weather conditions, to make world leaders take action?
Well, I think you heard him say it. No, in and of itself, it will not be enough. But what we need is a continued sustained commitment to accelerating climate action, both here in the U.S. and overseas. I think what you've seen from the president is a willingness to build on the track record that he's already laid with the Inflation Reduction Act. We've just passed the one-year anniversary of passage of that really consequential piece of federal legislation. But more must be done. And I think what the heat waves that we've seen here in the US and around the world have really demonstrated is that acting to mitigate future impact is not enough. We must adapt to the impacts that are here today.
Right, and if we go at this rate and surpass that 1.5, that crucial 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold within the next decade or so, what kind of catastrophes will we be left to deal with?
Well, I think the IPCC science that one of your experts had, that you had on, talks about, makes it clear that a 90% loss potentially in coral reefs and biodiversity around the world could have cascading impacts for both the human population and environmental health. Climate change is not going away. The good news is that there is sustained momentum on the international stage, and that major emitters like the US and China have to step up, and I think they're hearing that message loud and clear.
Right, and another major issue is displacement. Thousands of people in Greece already have had to leave their homes due to the wildfires, not to mention the floods in Bangladesh and Pakistan. What issues will this lead to in terms of urbanization, and are we globally prepared for the worst of the effects of this climate crisis?
I think we're already seeing climate emerge as one of the leading drivers of irregular migration around the world. I think it goes underreported and underappreciated that climate and extreme weather-related disasters are responsible for displacing more people every year than just about any other single factor. We have to adapt. We have to recognize that there are going to be things that we can't mitigate our way out of, that emissions reductions at this point will not help us with, and that every ton of CO2 that we continue to emit in the atmosphere actually makes those consequences worse, harder to deal with, and more expensive to mitigate.
Right, it's going to be interesting to see the pledges being made in the next COP summit. Alex Stapleton, thank you so much for being with us here on TRT World and sharing that analysis with us.
Thanks so much.